In this video, let's see how to perform a scroll operation in Android device. To do that, let us create a new Python file and name it test_scroll. Okay, click on OK button. We can reuse the setup and teardown methods from the test login file. In order to perform scroll in Android device, we are going to make use of a method called swipe. I'll explain what that is in detail. So let's first create a method and name it test_scroll. Okay, so and as I was saying, we are going to make use of swipe method, and you can see the parameters which are needed by that. The first parameter is, let me clear this. So you can see the first parameter which we need is start x, and we need start y, end x, end y, and duration. Okay, so it's nothing but the x and y location. So let me put it over here. Start x, start y, end x, and end y, and we need one more parameter which is called duration. Yeah, okay. So let me show you how to enable the, so as you can see in my device, you can see the x and y axis. As I perform a scroll, you can see in the top bar the value of y and x changes, right? To enable that, you have to click on system settings, and if you don't see developer options, you have to click on build number 5-6 times, and this you will start seeing the developer options. Click on it, scroll a bit down until you see this specific option which is called pointer location. It will be in disabled state. Click on turn it on. Okay, once you turn it on, you will start to see the x and y values as you perform actions on the screen. Let us open the WordPress app. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, get the value of comments, the y value of comments, and y value of the plan button, or a little higher. Okay, so what action we are going to do is we are starting from this y location and move the screen a little up. Okay, this is what our swipe operation is going to do. We are going to add extra checks to the swipe method to check whether the locator which we are looking for is available in this page or not, is displayed in this page or not. Okay, you will understand this clearly once we reach the end of this particular swipe method. Okay, let me, the value of start x and end x are pretty much same, because the value of x is not going to change much in this. So let me get the x value as, let us input it as 470. Okay, we are going to get the y value. Y value of this area is 1465. Let us round it off to 1460. Okay, the value of y is shown in the top bar in the same line as the red link. Wherever you see the red link, right, that's the y value. Let me enter that 1460. As I said, x is going to be the same. Okay, and the ny value is what we have to look out for. The ny value is, let us give it as 800. Okay, 800, and we have to give a duration, in how much time the scroll, how quickly the scroll should be performed. I'm giving the value of duration as 300 milliseconds. Okay, now let us run this test method to check it is working fine. The Android app launches and you can quickly see a scroll operation has been performed. Let me add a sleep at the end for us to see the swipe operation clearly. I'm gonna run it again. This opens the WordPress app, performance a scroll, and we have added a 5-second sleep. You can see the scroll successfully completed, right? So now we are going to add extra conditions to this particular line, which I have listed over here. Let me copy paste that over bottom. I'm going to comment it out. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are adding a loop. We are adding a for loop, and then we are going to check if the value, if the locator which we are looking for is displayed in the screen or not. If the value is true, we are going to break the swipe operation, else we are gonna, if the value is available in the screen, then we'll break the loop, else we are going to perform a swipe operation, and this is gonna continue till we are able to find the locator value. Now let us modify this test scroll method accordingly. The main value which we are going to iterate over is with end y. Okay, I'm naming a variable end y and giving it the value 800. Okay, and I'm adding a try catch method. In try, what I'm gonna do is, so even before that, we have to add a for loop in x range. You can look more into the for loops as you go through any of the Python tutorials. Okay, I'm not gonna cover that in detail here. I'm gonna do a try method, and I'm gonna check self dot driver dot find element by id, and the locator which I'm going to look out for on the screen is the settings button. Okay, the value of settings button is row underscore settings. Okay, I'm gonna look out for this specific locator, row settings, and we can check if the locator is available in the screen or not using the is displayed method. Okay, then what am I going to do is, if value is true, then break, exit out of this for loop. If it is not true, then I'm gonna continue my swipe operation. Instead of 800, I'm gonna give ny. Okay, so I say ny, and then again check for the locator, self.driver dot. Wait, actually I'm adding a wait here of 2 seconds. Okay, and if it is available, I'm gonna continue with my next step. Got it? We are going to check for this value. If it is available, if it is true, then I'm going to break the for loop and continue to the next step. If it is not available in the screen, then I'm going to perform a swipe operation and then again try if the locator is available or not. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, let us add a sleep before all this. Sleep of 3 seconds and sleep of 3 seconds after the script is run. Now let us test if this is working fine. Right click and run. WordPress app launches. can see the scroll is successfully performed, and since the element is displayed, it stops scrolling. To give you a demo if this method actually works, I'm going to give an invalid locator value here, and now you can see how many times this loop is run. Okay, let me right click on it and I'm going to run this. Every time this for loop will be run 15 times. Okay, and each time a swipe operation will be performed and it will start looking for this particular row settings. So you can see there is a swipe operation. You can see the bulge over in the bottom right. It is trying to do a swipe 15 times in order to check whether this value is present or not. And finally it's gonna break. Let us wait for a few more seconds for the 15 count to complete. Since the locator is not found on this page, it is continuously trying to swipe to the bottom, but since we have already reached the end of bottom, this swipe, no more swipes is being done in the screen. And finally it's gonna, so it tried over 14 times checking for this particular locator value. Since this is not available, it exited. So now we are sure like this method is working fine. Now what we are going to do is I'm gonna swipe to the bottom and then click on the settings button. Okay, as you know, the command for that is self.driver.find element by id row settings dot click. Okay, and once we click on that, I'm gonna add a small sleep of 2 seconds in order to verify that we have successfully clicked on it. Let me run the class. You can run the class or the method in specific. Both ways should work fine. WordPress app launches, swipe operation is performed, and then it clicks on the settings. Let me run it one more time. This is a customized method which you can make use in your own projects. This is much reliable than the scroll method which comes with Appium.